But Jose, take it away. What do you think of Ted?
Uh, well, I'll just say this: it's a really good sequel to the or prequel to the movies. Um, Obviously, you follow the same lovable, cuddly, messed up teddy bear from the movies with Mark Wahlberg. Um, Obviously, in this series, it's following a younger John from 1993 when he was in high school, and yeah, it's basically just about his life in school with his teddy bear and how messed up his family is. Um, I honestly really enjoyed it. I honestly haven't. I told Dom this off camera. I haven't laughed this hard on a show in a very long time. Honestly, the comedy in the shows. I mean, Seth MacFarlane just knows how to do it. I mean, Family Guy, um, all of his other projects. I mean, they're just always so funny, and I
Yeah.
just had a really good time watching the show from beginning. I literally binged the first 7 episodes straight just because I couldn't stop watching it because it was just that funny and entertaining. And the music honestly just reminds me of Family Guy. Like it just has that same feel to it, and I love how it's set in Boston, Massachusetts, which is where some a place I used to live. Which obviously, I mean, as you guys can see, I've got my Celtics jersey on because I'm a Celtics fan, and I've lived there before. So I really liked how it was set there, and I just loved hearing their accents and stuff, and everyone just did a phenomenal job in their respective roles. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the concept is great, even though I haven't seen the show. Like, I think it's a great concept because who wasn't watching that first Ted film and thinking, what was their life like growing up? Like,
Exactly.
so the concept is perfect. I have no doubt in
Oh
my
yeah.
mind that the concept is going to work for me. I am one of the very few defenders of Ted 2. I thought that movie was hilarious, and I like Seth MacFarlane's Million Ways to Die in the West as well. I thought that movie made me laugh so hard.
Mm,
I think that is so underrated. I don't know why people hated that as much as they did. I think it's just his brand of comedy, and I can't wait to see that utilized in another TV show, but in live action in
mm.
this instance because he's
Oh
only
yeah.
done animated shows before. I mean, he starred in the Orville, but I don't know how much like writing credit he had on that or whatever. But like, this is his creation coming to a live action series, so that I'm excited for. I love Family Guy. I love American Dad. I mean, I just think Seth MacFarlane's the works, man. He's got comedy locked down as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, this is like one of those shows that I've just like I love the characters, so I can't wait for that. My only real concern was A, it was going to be a Peacock original because their quality hasn't been the best when it comes to their originals, and then B, the fact that it was also going to be I know you can't cast Mark Wahlberg as the young Johnny, but it felt like this was a way to do Ted when Wahlberg didn't want to come back. That's kind of how this felt to me. However, like I said, the concept works, so I'm really looking forward to this. But you're saying it's great, right? You're saying we should watch this. I
Oh
mean,
look, I
yeah,
I I want a second. I want a second season already. Like I mean, the way that the
yeah,
the, the season ended, it just needs a second season. I read reports saying that Seth MacFarlane um will only put out a second season if the fans if enough people asks for it. Because he said that especially with the reception that the second movie got, it wasn't as good as the first one.
right.
So if this show doesn't get a good enough reception, then he'll just not put out a second season because it's ultimately for him down to fan reception. Um, so I think honestly we need to push this. Everyone out there, go watch this. Honestly, if you are a fan of Seth MacFarlane, if you're a fan of his movies, his shows, Family Guy, American Dad, all that stuff. If you're a fan of his comedy, if you just love comedy and just love watching some fucked up stuff, give it a watch, honestly, and push this to the max so that we can get a second season. Because I really do think that this needs a second season because the way that this first one ended, it would be disappointing to see it just end after one season. Honestly.
All right. So are you going? Are you gonna go with a must watch for your grade here, or how are we gonna do
Oh,
this?
oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be a must watch. I mean,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna
I
say you
just,
seem very
I mean,
positive
as a
about it.
fan, as a fan of Seth MacFarlane with his obviously all the projects that he's done, especially with his animated shows like Family Guy and stuff like that. I mean, I've just been a big fan of him and his comedy. And
Right.
honestly, I think right now, there's no one like him. If I'm being completely honest, um, and I think we just need to see more of him honestly, and this is just a perfect example. So yeah, I definitely would give this a must watch grade for sure.
Okay, I like what I'm hearing, man. I'm gonna check it out myself, and maybe on another one of these shows we could circle back around to it.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah,
we still need to circle back to Echo, but
for sure. Yeah, let's note this stuff so we actually do it too, because I definitely would like to circle back around to
let
Echo
me just
for
take
you.
out my notes real quick.
Yeah, for sure.